Hi, Gemini. What you're meant to do or start doing is we have the Patience card in reverse, the Temperance card. So what you're meant to do is work on understanding when you are trying to force things to meld or to work when they don't, right? You've got to understand that sometimes, again, you're looking for a peaceful resolution to something. And what you're meant to do or not do here is look at where you're trying to force it. You can't squeeze blood from a turnip. You know the expression, like it just, you got to understand that here. There has to be some sort of compromise in some ways. And the Patience card here in reverse is you're meant to look at where that's not working in your life, where either you or someone else is trying to force someone to be something they're not, or you're trying to force a situation to be something that it's not. Remember, you're trying to resolve something peacefully, and force is not peaceful. And then we have what you're meant to do or not, or what you're meant to stop doing or not do. We have the Call. Very interesting in terms of what you're meant to not do or stop doing. I don't think it's that you're meant to not listen to the call, heed the call. It feels more to me that it goes nicely with this. Like, it's what you're meant to not do or stop doing is expect everyone else to hear the call that you're listening to. You know, we all have our moments of awakening. We all have our moments of epiphanies. And here, you're trying to blend two things that aren't working. You're meant to look at that. And here you're meant to not do or stop doing the call, the Judgment card, the energy of awakening, a time of like the great test before you can ascend kind of energy. And here it feels to me like what you're meant to not do or stop doing is stop trying to get everyone else to be on your page here. You can only resolve things peacefully when you accept everyone's position. Again, you're not trying to force this. So, okay. This is really interesting because all right, and I'll break it down between single and couples in a second. What you can look forward to regardless or expect regardless is we have the Eight of Air. The Eight of Air is a very mental energy, which goes with the Geminis. And it's this idea that you are this energy where you may feel and continue to feel a sense of entrapment, a sense of you're not sure where you're going. And that if you don't know exactly where you're going, if you can't mentally picture it, then you can't move forward. But that's not how life works. Life works like sometimes you can have a plan, but plans are made to be broken. And with the Eight of Air, it's like you feel kind of trapped there. And again, it's very mental energy. And the only obstacles in your way of moving forward towards a peaceful resolution to whatever it is that may be bothering you, because something is, or your partner, whatever obstacles are in your own mind. It's your own paradigms, your own belief systems, your own thoughts, your own self-judgments here. You can be free in any given second, really. It does take time, though. We have the Seven of Earth here in reverse. The Seven of Earth in reverse does speak to, weights being over, but sometimes it does speak to trying to rush things. Again, you're trying to force things. There's this energy of force here, which is kind of interesting. And again, you can't be peaceful and forceful at the same time. In love, let's say, right here and now. And things are improving. Your health is improving. You're getting stronger. Your relationships are getting stronger. You're resolving things more peacefully. It's really, really nice. But there are, two major arcana cards here, and they're both pretty strong energies to deal with. So be gentle and kind with yourself. Find the peace within your own heart. If you are feeling trapped as you move forward, or you're not sure where you're going, you're feeling anxiety, it's okay to ask for help, of course, but also ask yourself in each and every moment that you're feeling, oh my God, I'm so trapped, I can't get out of this. You say, okay, well, how can I feel free in this moment? Bring it back to the moment, because your ego will take you down that long, dark tunnel of I'm trapped. But you can ask yourself, okay, am I open to feeling a sense of freedom in this moment? Or where can I tap into freedom in this moment? Where can I experience? Where can I recognize where I am free in this moment in other ways, perhaps? Again, this is all mental, so it's fairly easy to turn around once you can get, understand that your mind, your ego is running the show, and you can come back to your heart, and say, where do I feel free already in this moment? Where am I free in many areas of my life? And you can begin to kind of retrain the brain that the mind isn't in control and that you are not your mind. Your mind is something that you use. Okay, so Gemini, what you're meant to do or start doing, we have the Sage of Cups in reverse. What you're meant to not do or stop doing is the Seven of Pentacles. It's the same card that just came up as the Seven of Earth in reverse under the deck. And what we have in terms of what you can look forward to regardless, or expect regardless, is the Ace of Pentacles. Well, I want to speak to the Seven of Pentacles already because it came up in the last deck, the last spread. So the Seven of Pentacles here, in terms of what you're meant to not do or stop doing, speaks again to what I already said. Don't try to rush things. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse does speak to this idea of things getting spoiled, trying to rush through things. So give yourself time here because it's coming up again. Don't do this. Don't. And also this idea of trying to meld things that aren't working. Don't try to continue to tend soil that isn't worth tending. You're looking for a peaceful resolution here. And what you're meant to not do or stop doing is biding your time, tending to plants that are already that aren't in the right soil. Possibly, again, it goes back to that idea of melding things that cannot be melded. Now, what you're meant to do or start doing, we have the Sage of Cups in reverse. Now, the Sage of Cups in reverse can refer to a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. When it's in reverse, it's problematic. It's disloyalty. Can speak to someone who's got addiction problems, alcoholism. It can speak to someone who can be emotionally abusive. Those are some of the more intense characteristics of the Sage of Cups in reverse. But what you're meant to do or start doing is look at where this energy exists in your life and begin to put less energy into it. And if it's you who embodies some of these characteristics, peacefully resolve those aspects within self. Like recognize, gosh, sometimes I can be emotionally harsh. Sometimes I can be disconnected from my heart energy, from my emotions. And where can I look at that and begin to make changes? And if it's someone else in your life with this, you're meant to not put so much energy into it, because this is what we're looking forward to regardless. The Ace of Pentacles is, in the reverse, is you're just not putting the energy into that regardless. You're not putting the energy into something that's not going to grow here. Now, again, it doesn't mean that it has to be a relationship. But in terms of the bedroom, you're not wanting something that's insincere, where you are getting your physical needs met, but your emotional needs are wanting, your intellectual needs. You're a Gemini, you have a very brilliant, active mind. And maybe your body is being taken care of, but your mind is unhappy, and that creates some emotional distance, and possibly you may even take it out emotionally on someone else because you're not connected to what makes you happy, right? And this could be someone else in your life. But what I really like to see about this, again, we have things are improving under the deck. We have the peaceful resolution, which speaks beautifully with the Four of Wands here. A happy time, a celebration here. So things are improving. You may even have an opportunity to go to a social event with and meet someone there, and it feels fun. It feels a little frivolous, maybe, and it feels makes you feel happy again. So it's an opportunity for some of you who are single. Now, for those of you who are coupled, it may be that the two of you resolve your differences peacefully, and you do go to some parties and things like that. And you kind of put to bed this kind of energy of emotional manipulation, this kind of thing. You recognize it more, whether it's you doing that or someone else. And you're like, I'm not going to sit with that. I'm not going to keep putting energy into that here. It goes regardless of whether you're single or coupled. You can identify the energies in your own life. And that's really what these readings are designed to do, to help you recognize how these energies play out in your own unique set of circumstances, so that you can create the changes that you're wanting consciously, and create greater self-mastery throughout your entire incarnation, which is, something that we all, I think, can benefit from.